Well, welcome back to the Grapple Theory podcast. Delighted to say today we're joined by someone who is helping us work our way through the list of guests we've had as members of the 8-7 here in the UK. Delighted to welcome Alexander Roth to the show. Roth, how you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Good, of course. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's great to have you here. It's great to finally get to chat. It's been long overdue having you on. And again, I think I feel like now is a really good time to have you on, because would it be fair to say like the last sort of 12 months and maybe a bit of extra changes has been like probably your most successful time in wrestling to date?
I say since post lockdown. That whole block has been my most successful time, because the whole time, in fact, since before lockdown, I've held championships.
Yeah.
And some of those titles I've held since before lockdown. So it's just literally been that whole time, just success after success, really.
Yeah, I was going to say that must be like a really validating feeling to know that, like, again, winning those belts, especially the pre-lockdown ones, to then come back after lockdown and still have them in your hands must be like a really validating feeling of like, you know, like after everything that happened, these companies still value me.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's just like a sign of the faith that the promoter or the booker or the boss has in me. So I always appreciate the fact that they put the straps on me and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk about a few specific promotions that obviously have that faith in you in more detail. But in terms of like, again, the last sort of 12 months, are there any sort of like standout moments for you where you were like, shit, that was a big moment, that was a big thing?
Yeah, winning the tag team titles at Pro Wrestling East and at SovPro with Roy Johnson. We've been working as the 8-7s for 50 years now. I think we've originally got together. It wasn't me and Big Wavy as a tag team together, but we were part of a stable before lockdown. It's only after lockdown that we started tagging, because Kieran Crops got injured, and then obviously the rest is history. But yeah, those two moments are pretty stand out for me. Yeah,
I was going to talk to you about those two moments as well, and about the 8-7 as well specifically. But let's go on to those two moments first. Pro Wrestling East as well. Like, I feel like a company that have gone sort of really under the radar since the lockdown ended. They come through and like they're putting on some great shows, and I feel like they're just waiting for people to check them out, like more people to get to know them. But they've obviously put that faith in you to hold the tag belts, and they've got a really good tag scene over there at East as well. Like, there must be
Sunshine Machine. We've got Oliver's Army over there. We've got the Raffle Boys, which me and Big Wave will be facing for the tag team titles at the next show. We've got the friends of Shaw and Bell. It's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of great teams, a lot of great matches that you've already had and to be had in the future as well. It must be like, again, really nice to sort of be somewhere where, and correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously you know it better than I do, but somewhere where as a fan looking at it, it seems like they're putting a real emphasis on the tag division.
Oh yes, definitely. I think on the last show there was like 4 tag matches or something like that. And I was just like, okay, crazy. We're going to have the best one, of course, but there was like 3 or 4 tag matches, but yeah. Which is nice, to be fair, because I do like tag team wrestling. I do enjoy it, and I do like having the chance to have a breather in all my matches. So tag a night is never going to be a problem for me.
I was going to say, because I'm really interested to get your thoughts on this, because we've had Roy on a couple of times actually, but the last time we had him on, he was like, I was like, what would your like sort of like ideal match, like your favourite match be, and like your favourite match stipulation? And he was like, he loves a squash match, because he was like, yeah, I would love to be paid, be in the ring 30 seconds and get to go home, like.
Yeah, he says that, yeah, but when he's got to travel to bloody Manchester and be in a car for 4.5 hours just for 30 seconds, he's not going to be happy, but it's whatever. He'll be happy if he gets paid, like, I don't know, 600 grand, I imagine, but, you know, we're in England and stuff, so it is what it is, but it's one of those things. I'm sure he would be very happy. Do you know what? I think he'll be at his happiest if he got to leave his house, have a squash match at somewhere like Elite Wrestling Entertainment, which is in Balham, which is down the road, and then fly back home and not have to worry about even driving. He can get the tube down there, do you know what I mean? That would probably be ideal, but if he's got to travel across the world, I think he'll be happy about that.
No, but you're right. For like a sort of like an hour, like for, you know, the whole day, you take it when you...
When it's like that, I want to wrestle, bro. I don't want to go in there, do a move and leave. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to say that's so much effort as well. Like, you got to put on your gear, get ready. It's so much effort for just be out there.
Nobody want to go all the way to the cinema just to watch the ending, bro.
Yeah.
I do like a squash match myself. Don't get it twisted, but
not to be in, to watch instead.
I wouldn't mind being in one. I wouldn't mind being a victim of one. I've had 1 or 2. I've definitely had at least one myself, but it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
I like competition, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And again, like we spoke about, back to East, we spoke about them. Obviously, great tag scene that they've got over there. But like in terms of promotion behind the scenes, we have loads of guests on who talk about the work they do and how much they sort of put their faith in you guys in the locker room to go out there and like put the show on and get the crowd involved and stuff. And they sort of not necessarily sit back, but like they let you guys have that creative freedom with it. Is that accurate? Do you like how much do you enjoy working there?
Oh, that happens. That happens not only at Pro Wrestling East, but a lot of promotions that I work at. Sometimes you'll get pointers or maybe bullet points or maybe just lean towards this way, but generally we kind of get, well, at least I don't know about anybody else, but definitely for me, I've pretty much been left alone to my own devices just to figure it out for myself. Apart from when there's like some massive storyline or something happening, but even then it's like, this is the outline of what I need to happen.
Yeah,
get it done, sort of thing, which is like, it's not a problem. I can do that.
Yeah, which is great as well. It's great when promotions have that faith again in the talent to just be like, you can handle it, like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, most definitely. It's refreshing because that's not what I get at work. I get micromanaged at work, so.
Yeah, nice to have that outlet.
Yeah, so and it's just it's nice. I do enjoy it.
I was gonna say that's what it is, isn't it? We've had again like so many people come on and say like again who like. And maybe like not the happiest, so like don't enjoy their day job or like just want that outlet, and that's what it is at the end of the day. But not just I think that's what it's important to remember is like not just for us as fans, but like for you guys as well. It's that outlet, it's that creativity, it's that freedom where you can like get your emotion out and be who you want to be. Really,
agree, absolutely agree. Yeah, it's literally as they call it that we're weekend warriors, aren't we? So we do stuff in a week, which is one part of our personality, and then when it comes to the weekend, we're completely different. A little bit of Jekyll and Hyde situation going on, but yeah.
I was going to say, what is there like a sort of distinct line between Roth, like wrestling Roth, and day-to-day Roth?
Not really, mate. I'm not gonna lie to you. My Alexander Roth isn't. I wouldn't really call him a character. It's literally just basically me. Like Roth more and stuff like that. That'll be my character-based stuff. I try to do. It's hard because obviously I can't explain it. It's like I'm gonna be perceived a certain way no matter what I do. So I just lean into the way that I'm perceived anyway. But then it makes everything easier for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Roth is me. He's a character, but he's definitely mostly just me, mate.
No, I love that. Yeah. And like again, like we sort of like to sort of get into like the personalities and the mindsets of the guests we have on, and like without having to get necessarily too deep into it. Like again, is it tough when sort of like wrestling again, like you say, Weekend Warrior? That's your outlet, and like like is it tough when it's only at the weekend? Like you've got to wait the next 5 days, from a Sunday till you get that outlet again. I
can imagine it being like that when you first start out because you really want to get in the ring and stuff. But I'm 10 years in now, and my body hurts. So them 5 days are just like, lovely jubbly. Sometimes I'll have a weekend off. I'm like, I've got a weekend off, no resting. That's fantastic. As crazy as that sounds, but that's just literally based on. How the body feels, nothing to do with the mind. The mind is always ready to go. I've never had a moment where I've been maybe a little bit too down to do anything or anything like that. I've always been ready to go. Mentally, it's just sometimes physically my body just bloody hurts, bro. That's all.
No, I get that, mate. I get that.
Don't get it twisted. I'm still going to go do the double booking. It's still different both titles and both shows. It's not a problem.
Oh, mate, I totally understand. Like, you've earned it again. 10 years in the ring, you've earned those weekends off. Like you say, it's like, you see, like, the younger gen, the next talent coming through, and they're like, I want to fill every weekend. And, like, we've had like, the vets.
Available bookings, 13th, 16th. I'm like, we've had the days are free, and they're staying free, damn it.
Exactly. We've had the vets come on and be like, now, weekend off, it'll be fine. Like, if I don't feel it, it's chill, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I was going to say, actually, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I can't resist the chance to, like, poke the bear, as it were, because I imagine on those weekends off, it's probably not that much fun as well, because you're a Crystal Palace fan, right?
Oh, my God. Oh my God! I'll just turn it off. I'll just press the red button. Mate.
No, mate, no, I'm not. Mate,
to be fair, obviously I'm a Crystal Palace fan, but I'm not really like a football follower. Like, you're definitely most likely to catch me watching the highlights from SmackDown as opposed to the highlights from the Crystal Palace game.
Fair.
Because I don't really care. Win, lose or draw, it doesn't really make a difference to me. The only reason I choose Crystal Palace is because I was born around the corner and I lived around the corner for 20 years of my life. So
no, that's fair.
It's a bit weird for me to claim Manchester United, and I've only been to Manchester to defend the SovPro Tag Team Championships.
But there are plenty of Man United fans who haven't even been to Manchester and will claim the fan.
At least I have now, but but the thing is, I've been there like 3 or 4 times, or maybe more than that now. But yeah, SovPro so many times, but I still haven't even seen Manchester. So.
No, I respect that. I do respect the local fandom. It's just a shame because it's not as much fun then to wind you up as it is Big Wavy as well. It's more fun.
Yeah, I don't. It's whatever for me. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Crystal Palace might have lost, but I didn't lose my titles. Yeah. So.
It's all good then, isn't it? It's all good. What about if you lost the titles and Crystal Palace won? That's still painful
then I guess it's still a good day, but it's not a great day for me. It's a great day for a Crystal Palace fan. But for me specifically, I'm having a bit of a tough time. Let me not lie.
I was going to say, like, at least you have that though. At least it's like a more casual fandom because again, speaking to Wavy, he's like he hates it when he's got like shows on and Palace are playing at the same time, and he's like, what the fuck is the score?
Yeah, because people and football in this country acts a bit too weird for me.
We get a little obsessive, don't we?
Too excited and get too into it. All right. The team don't care about you, bro. They just care that you spend money supporting them. So
yeah,
but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. I like football, but not that much.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. Well, in that case, I won't wind you up as much as I thought I would, and we'll move on. But you mentioned
you're more likely to wind me up telling me something like, I don't know, Kratos can beat Hulk, and I'll be like, oh.
Well, that's stuff we can get onto later because, like I said, we've got a couple of fun features on the show, and we do have a couple of sort of like pop culture-y questions in there. So I look forward to get into that. We'll get into that in a sec. But I wanted to ask you mentioned SovPro again, another company that seems to have really like pushed you and Wavy, like really have that investment in you guys from day one as well. They've been like all about the 8-7.
Pretty much, yeah. Not gonna lie, I have to agree with that. And I didn't think that was the way it was going to go, especially with teams like CPF being on the roster and stuff. It's easy enough to have the 0-1-2-1 there because man like the Reach wrestles there, as does Leon Slater. And they've both been on the show together. They haven't tagged together, but they could have. So the tag team division and the tag team champions right now could look very, very different. But fortunately for the 8-7, there's 87 ways to die, and they chose one. So
I was going to say that must be, again, like really nice in the fact that... I feel like as well, like we've spoken to a lot of guests about this like north-south divide in wrestling and how like that barrier is very tough to cross, even though it's not really that far distance-wise. But like the fact that they like pushed you guys as a London tag team, despite the fact it's a Manchester promotion, like you say, there's so many great tag teams, so many great talents that are more local to that area that they could have like put that investment in. For them to choose you guys and be willing to bring you back every show and stuff, that must be a really nice feeling.
It is a nice feeling, yeah. I appreciate SovPro. I do like wrestling. I never got a chance to wrestle in Manchester before that, prior to me wrestling for Progress that one time. But that was just a multi-man scramble. But yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, again, in terms of them as a promotion, we've heard, like, some great things about them. And just in terms of, like, how they run, especially, like, as well, like, as relatively new guys to the scene that have come to it sort of, you know, just as fans wanting to start a promotion, essentially. And they've started it really well, and it seems to be run really well. Like, I mean, they've had some great feedback. They've seemed to, again, like, just really be doing everything right at the minute, would you say?
Yes. Yeah, definitely, 100%, especially with the Les Battersby stuff.
Mental, right? Like, let's talk about that. How fucking weird is that?
Yeah, well, I remember walking into the locker room and seeing him sitting there, and I was like, let's sit in the Rovers. What are you doing there? Oh, yeah, your books. I completely forgot. But he's a lovely guy. He was lovely to chat to. Had a blast that day, to be fair.
I was going to say, are you a Corey fan?
No, mate. No. EastEnders, bro. I'm from London. So
I was going to say, yeah, otherwise, that's where the feud starts, though.
Or Hollyoaks, isn't it, at a stretch? But I don't watch those anymore. But if I had to pick, Home and Away or Neighbours, can't forget those. Can't forget the nation's favourite. Or Family Affairs. What happened to Family Affairs? That was really good.
Mate, there's loads. Neighbours as well. I was going to say, sort of like with soaps and like the Aussie wrestling scene, very intertwined in that, very underappreciated.
Yeah, Neighbours, we used to go hard. I used to love that.
Mate, great show. I was going to say that's the thing, isn't it? That's the London-Manchester rivalry right there. You got to get SovPro, like anyone from SovPro watching this, you got to get Les a tag partner. We got to see Les and someone against the 8-7, like London versus Manchester.
They did announce something recently. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Mate, if it's, I was going to say, just the London rivalry would be great. You and Roy come out to the EastEnders music. You know what I mean? Like really start the feud.
With freaking Phil and Grant behind us. Yeah. Actually, I forget them. Let's get Max Brannan back. I liked him.
That would be mental, wouldn't it? Just SovPro becomes the soap opera hub of wrestling.
That would be crazy, but then I reckon everyone's focus would be on those guys and not us, and then that's not going to work for me, brother.
No, I love that. Well, that brings us on to our little first fun feature here on the show, because we're going to talk about your solo work in a second. But in terms of promotions that you've worked for, we've got a segment called Dishing the Dirt, and we're going to have you answer some questions about your locker room mates, and it can be from any promotions you've worked at, basically. So I'm going to list you some questions, and you let me know which member of the locker room it most applies to in your mind.
Okay.
So the first one is who's always running late?
Always running late?
Yeah.
Big wavy Roy Johnson.
Is he?
Yeah, he's always late.
Why is that?
Yeah, I'll get there for 3 o'clock. I'll be like, all right, so I'll see you around 25 past 3 then, no problem.
What's keeping him so late? What's going on there?
I think, I'm not going to lie to you. I personally think it's just a thing where he's like, oh, I'm going to leave now. I kind of need to eat. He's like, oh, I can leave now. I could do 2 more reps. Do you know what I mean? I could do it till failure. As opposed to just doing the 12 reps, it's like, I'll do it till failure. And his failure is 37 reps, you know what I mean? It's like, no, mate, just leave now. I'm ready. Let's go. It's fine.
He's too
You're not going to
committed.
get any bloody bigger today. There's no more pump to be pumped.
I was going to
Stop
say...
it.
I was going to say...
So just come on, but yeah.
I was going to say, there's only so much bigger those muscles can get, right? He is
Literally,
absolutely...
bro, and I've got a tag with this guy, bro. And the thing is, I used to wrestle with a t-shirt all the time because of being insecure or whatever. But now I'm over that. I don't care about that anymore. I don't care. But in the same breath, I still have to tag with him. And he's always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stand on the rope and take my top off. And I'm just like, yeah, just cheers, mate.
I was going to say that's just unfair, isn't it? Because again, I'm really happy to hear about the insecurity stuff.
It's when people come over and they're like, oh, Roy, you've been working so hard recently. You look so good. And I'm standing next to him like, bro, I go to the gym too, you know.
Come on.
Like a minute ago they were 20 inch and now they're 22 inch, but it's all right. Nobody's counting, obviously. You know what I mean?
That's the problem, isn't it?
I could have had a donut yesterday, but I said no. We didn't. No, forget you. Just tell him that he looks great. I'll just stand there, like a bloody sidekick. It's fine.
That's the problem, isn't it? You can do all the work. You can put in all the work you want, but as long as you're sitting next to him, people are going to be like, "Oh, Roy, you're so big. It's great."
Every single time, bro. But you get used to it fairly quickly because it happens often.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Often. But it's all good.
Yeah, it's all right. You know you're on time and he's not, so you got that over him. Yeah. That's fine.
I'm sexy anyway, so I don't really care. It's what it is. It's whatever.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely. Oozing it, mate. Oozing.
That's it, mate. I worked on it. That's why I know I have it, you see.
No, I love that. Well, the next one on the list is who in the locker room has the worst music taste?
That's a good one. To be fair, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't really know. I bring a speaker to most shows that I wrestle at, and I'm usually one playing a lot of music. Not for ages now. Only for the last maybe half a year or something. I've been bringing a speaker with me to shows, especially at Sacrifice Pro. But the last time I was at Sacrifice Pro, I got there I didn't get there my usual time. I got there a little bit later, and some other donut had a speaker out. I was like, "Who do you think you are? Like, that's my spot." But you know what? You can play music. You can play your music. I've got my headphones.
Well, that's all right. Open to it then. Open to it. That's all good.
So, tell you what, I don't know who it was. Whoever that person was, their music taste was bloody nonsense. It was rubbish. It was crap.
What was it?
It was poo poo. I honestly can't remember. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't my playlist. Yeah. So that's why it was rubbish.
Yeah.
It could have been anyone. It could have been memes. Could have been Chris Adonis Payne. Sorry, I keep calling him Chris Adonis. This is a shoot name. Adonis Payne. Could have been Daddy Armis. It could have been, who else was down there? Kent Nelson. It could have been Hustle Bloody Malone. But I'll tell you something, one of them's got a speaker that shouldn't have been on when I was in the building. But it's fine.
I was going to say, yeah, that'll teach you, right? You got to be on time, otherwise you don't get the speaker.
It might have been Kaipe. I forgot about Kaipe. He's a music producer. He might have been playing his own beats.
It could have been. Yeah, and then you just insulted all his music.
Yeah, forget his bloody music and all that rubbish. No, I'm joking. Love Kaipe. He's got some sick tunes to be free. Check him out on Spotify.
Love it. The next one, who's the comedian of the locker room? Who can you always count on to make you laugh the most? Well, apart from you, because obviously you're the comedian. But who makes you laugh?
I'm definitely not a comedian. Do you know who I am? I'm the guy that's got no filter. So whatever you're usually thinking is the stuff I'll say out loud and not care. And people are like, did you just say that? Yeah, I did. I don't care. No. Funny? Who's funny? Do you know what? I'll tell you who thinks they're funny. Kieran Krupp thinks he's bloody funny. Kieran Krupp is a joke teller. He'll be like, oh, knock, knock, who's there? Someone, da-da-da, ha-ha, and he'll laugh himself. I'm just like, let me laugh, and then you can laugh at your own joke. Stop laughing at your joke before you said it. So I'd say Kieran Krupp.
Proper dad jokes, proper dad jokes.
He thinks he's bloody hilarious. I'll tell you, Ben Bullet, Big Benno, he's funny.
Yeah?
He's very funny, yeah, when he wants to be. The Tycoon, when I used to have him as a manager back in the day, a lot of people remember his name that know 5 years ago, British Sheen Wrestling. He was a funny guy. But there's not many comedians. People kind of just want to do their matches and just leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's not stuff. I never got any wrist tape.
I was going to say, it seems like, based on, like, again, what you said about Benno, like, we've had loads of people basically say, like, it's like the guys who are the more serious in the ring are the ones that are funnier backstage.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. It's not every time. There's some people that are very intense backstage and in the ring. But generally, it's a lot of how you are in the ring is not how you are backstage.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love it. The next one is, again, I wonder if this will be big wavy as well, because it's either for their match or, like, leaving after the show. Who takes the longest to get ready?
Oh, no, it's definitely not big wavy. He can get ready quite quick. He's smart, because he doesn't wear, like... So with me, sometimes I'll wear, like, jeans and a nice jacket and stuff like that. And I don't want to be sweaty putting it on. He always comes in tracksuit or shorts. So he's just, he's on, he's ready. Usually I'm getting dressed and he's already dressed and eating. So that's one thing. He might come late, but he's always ready to leave on time.
Goes back to what we said about the squash matches, doesn't it? He just wants to get it done. Go.
That's it, pretty much. He needs to eat. He's a big lad, you know what I mean? He's got to eat like 25 meals a day and stuff. Yeah, like... No.
No one takes that long?
Not really. Everyone's kind of quick. It's more. It seems like every time you got a question, I've got an answer that's not an answer to your question every time, unfortunately. But there's the answer to this. No one really takes long, but people have got a habit of leaving their stuff sprawled out all over the damn locker room. So as opposed to it taking long for them to get ready, it takes them long to find their stuff to get ready.
Sure.
Because they took their t-shirt off and they were like, I'm just gonna throw it over there. My jeans can go over there, and my hat over there, and then when all this is finished, I'll come and look for my stuff and I'll get dressed then. But generally, getting dressed, people are quite quick. So
once they found their stuff, it's a lot quicker. Yeah,
that's it. That's all it is. But just a lot of suitcases all over the floor, merch everywhere. That's all.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, the next one, I wonder if you're going to say the classic answer, especially being a London wrestler as well. I'm sure you've been on many cards with the person who's always the answer to this. Who brings the best food to the locker room?
Best food?
Yeah, like if it's like a pre-show meal or like a post-show meal or like snacks or whatever. Does anyone just bring like really good food?
People do that.
Apparently. I was going to say...
Actually, no. It's a promoter. They don't necessarily bring food, but they bring for the boys backstage. And it's David Francisco at Purpose Wrestling.
Oh, David, what a lad.
David Francisco at Purpose Wrestling. Every time I'm booked there, I'm like, fantastic. Because I haven't got to buy dinner today. Because every time you go there, they've always got some... It's like, last time I got like a salmon poke type salad bowl thing.
Nice, he treats you well.
It was so good, bro. It was so good. And I think maybe a year ago now, it was a little while ago, I had like a teriyaki bowl from there, a protein bar, protein shake, yeah. Purpose Wrestling, David Francisco with the snacks and the food backstage is top notch, as is Sacrifice Pro. They've got a communal snack table that everyone... If I buy snacks, you come, you put them on the table, and then it's for everyone to have.
Nice. That's always good. Wrestling and a potluck, yeah.
And Purpose Wrestling. They're the eating. They're the ones with good catering.
Love that. Big up Purpose and Sacrifice. I love that. 100%. I'm surprised, again, being London-based, I can't believe you didn't... Like, everyone says Nina Samuels. Because Nina... I've been on a fair few shows with Nina, but I've never seen her bring any food. Oh, you gotta have a word with her next time you're on a show if she doesn't bring food, because Nina is like famous for bringing like her baked goods to the locker room, and they are.
Bring Nina baked goods. I'll have a word with her.
Oh, you got to, because they are genuinely top notch. Like she's
a happy man.
I
like cakes.
Yeah, she's a mighty good baker. She is. So you gotta have a word with her about this. You gotta.
I've never seen that. Not gonna lie.
Oh.
I feel like I'm out of the loop now. I'm a little bit offended, but it's alright.
I was going to say, you were on a show with her like a couple of weeks ago, UKPW.
Literally.
Unbelievable. Nina?
She had nothing.
Outrageous. Why did UKPW win?
All she had was animosity for her opponent.
Yeah.
That was it.
She has that every week, though, let's face it.
That's all she had.
Yeah, you got to have a word with her about that. The next one is, the next one is the one that I say is like the only one that's really like dirt and could get you a bit of heat. We're not talking in the ring now, we're talking out the ring. Who has the worst dress sense?
Jordan Said.
Yeah. Yes, we've had people saying before.
Jordan, and the thing is, I don't even believe that's true. I think his drip is quite high caliber. Do you know why? Because you remember it. If I say Jordan Said now, what would you picture him wearing?
Mate, I saw a picture him and Big Wavy in the same thing. It's shorts and like a Hawaiian shirt that's untucked so you can see the abs.
And what colour socks?
White.
Or?
No, I only picture white with Jordan Said.
With pink socks, bro.
Pink? Do you go pink as well?
Either pink socks, pink shirt, yellow glasses, man bag, chest hair all out, and the jorts on, high level drip.
Mate.
Don't forget.
Well, I tell you what.
He's the worst dress, but also the best dress. He's basically Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Basically Seth freaking Rollins.
He's the Marmite.
He look crazy, but I respect it and I actually do like it.
I was gonna say if it's good enough for Elle Brook, right? Then no comment.
If I speak, I'll be a lot of trouble.
Amazing. The next one's on the nicer end of that. So it's in the ring now. You've forgotten your gear for a show, but we're in a world where it's one size fits all, and you can pick anyone else's gear in the locker room to wear for that evening. Whose gear do you look at and you're like, I could pull that off? We're gonna not go Wavy again because I feel like again as the tag team it's a little too similar. But like someone else.
Basically wear the same gear anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go someone a bit off peak, a bit different.
I used to hate the look of the over, what do you call it? Over the baggy trousers, basically. How Rey Mysterio used to wrestle?
Yeah.
He used to wear when he wrestled. I really used to like that. And then I saw Leon Slater doing it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I really fucking like that a lot. Like a lot. And then obviously I didn't think that would be. I thought for me in my mind when I think of Leon Slater, I think of him in long tights, like skinny tights, obviously, big kick pads and stuff like that. But I think his look is amazing, and I think he needs to keep how he looks because I think he stands out.
Yeah.
And it looks so good. It made me think I kind of want some trousers now. I'm not gonna get any, but. And obviously, man like Darius has done the same thing. He's got a pair of jeans now. They look cold. They look really, really good. They just look really good. He completely stands out. Even though he stood out before, he stands out more now. And I'm just like, yeah, that looks sick, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I'll go with those two, just based on the unorthodox of it.
No, I like it.
And they were like, yeah, I'm just gonna wear trousers, and no one's gonna tell me nothing, and I can respect that, man.
No, I like that.
I can respect that. Do you know what it is? It's usually things like. It's not necessarily ring gear, because people usually wear this kind of same ring gear, usually trunks, tights, that kind of stuff. It's usually entrance gear, where I'm like, ooh, that is a sexy little bit of entrance gear. So, our British champion for RevPro, Michael Oku, who wore a white jacket recently, which I thought was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I wore something very similar, but mine's a lot cheaper. Like, a lot cheaper. So I prefer his one.
I was gonna say Oku and Amira go all out at RevPro, don't they? They got the outfits down.
And they're at a massive scale. Mine's at such a small scale. So, but I do like the white. It does look good. But obviously, it's one of those things that's gonna get dirty.
Yeah.
But I heard putting like shaving foam or something on whites will take stains out. So I'm gonna start doing that. In case you didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a little tip for you, a bit of shaving foam and then bish bash bosh.
Nice.
But I like his jacket. And who else was I gonna say? JJ Gale wore a jacket. It wore like a sleeveless hoodie type thing. A bit AJ Stylesy, it was just sick, bro. It is really sick, and I can respect it.
No, I love that. I love that.
I do like drip. Entrance gear, stuff like that. I'm always gonna take a big notice of, to be fair.
No, you respect it. I like that. And I'm slightly disappointed because again, especially let's say like UKPW, you got some like I was sort of disappointed you didn't say someone like Kira Chimera. I reckon you could pull that off.
Well, Kira Chimera with the tights and that.
Yeah, I reckon you could.
Listen, you didn't want to see me in Kira Chimera's gear because then you will never want to see Kira Chimera again. You'll be like, I might as well just look at this because it's not much, bro. Ruin
Kira for everyone.
Because best believe I put them shorts on, you're gonna see lots of cake. It's not a problem. I'm caked up, it's all good. I like Prince Dean. Prince Dean, he's got some unorthodox, funky looking gear. He's got like a bubble maker that shoots out bubbles behind him. He wears like a name badge. He's got a crown. I like his look. To be fair.
A lot of good looks. The next one is, I always say it's like counterproductive to ask a wrestling locker room, but who's the most competitive? It doesn't have to be necessarily just in the ring. It can be out the ring as well.
No, when you said that, I was not thinking ring. I was thinking, so who's backstage? Like, come on, let's do 10 press-ups. Let's do 10 squats. I don't know, competitive. I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure I've got an answer for that. I could throw some names out that I think not necessarily competitive, but I see that they want to compete.
Sure.
When I talk to them, I'm like, there's friendly competition here. I notice it.
Yeah.
Hope you notice it too. People like Theodore Powers, who's like my main rival. I've wrestled him probably, if I do my calculations, I think it was 7,089 times. Sorry, no, 8,025 times. I've wrestled him literally 79,864 times.
Not many then.
Over the last 10 years. So me and him have definitely got a friendly competition going on. But it's just basically based on us putting on good matches.
Mate, I was going to say, over 10 years, that's like 700, that's like nearly 800 matches you've had a year.
It's literally
that's
about
mad.
55,000 matches. It's literally 17, it's literally 9,900 matches. That's literally like 150,000 matches, bro. There's so many bloody matches.
Amazing.
There's more matches than a matchbox.
Yeah, love it. The next one's who would throw the best party. So I always sell it as like, you're in the locker room and everyone else in the locker room is throwing a party on the same night and they've all invited you, but you can of course only go to one. Whose party are you going to? Whose party is going to be the one worth going to?
Hustle Malone's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Hustle Malone's because Hustle Malone knows ball. You know what I mean? He's the kid can cut a good promo.
Yeah.
He knows who he is, which means he will know how to accommodate all of his guests. Do you know what I mean? So I'd go for Hustle Malone. He'll probably be the best party maker, I'd say.
No, I love that. Now, this last one is a tough one because I'm going to say you can't pick Roy as your main tag partner. I think it'd be unfair. So, but it's unfair because I think he'd be the ideal pick for this question. So it's, who would you choose to be your partner in the zombie apocalypse?
It's a hard one. Actually, no, it's not. I'm thinking of someone really, really big, like Bullet. But then he's gonna walk through corridors and make loads of noise, and all the heavy breathing and stuff. They're gonna hear him. I'm not gonna get eaten because Ben didn't know how to not breathe quietly. No, I'm just joking. Who's on violence?
What about your your last UKPW opponent, Scotty Rourke?
Oh no, forget him.
Yeah.
Absolutely bloody not, mate. I didn't lose a match at UKPW for I don't even know how long it was, and he came in with Kira Chimera, who's wearing ring gear that I would wear and make it look better, as you already spoke about. Kicked me in my nuts, and then I lost after however long because of Scotty Rourke. So Scotty Rourke can do one.
But that's why you pick him, right? You pick him and you just feed him to the wolves. You let him have him, and then you can.
That's it. That's why I dropped him on his head at the last show and covered him for the 1, 2, 3. How dare you come into my house, kick me in my balls? Stay at that. So not him. Maybe. I like the. You know what? Warren Banks.
Yeah.
And do you know why I say Warren Banks? I say Warren Banks because Warren Banks is, I want to say, a nerd like me. Roy Johnson likes a Marvel movie like The Next Man. He'll watch a breakdown video as much as The Next Man. But I don't know if he's a nerd living through and through. Harrison Leon is way too busy putting glitter on his nipples and looking in the mirror, making sure his hairline's intact and his beard's. So he's going to be, oh, look, I look so pretty. I'm eating. So not him. Warren Banks, he is on violence when it comes to zombies because he is like me. He likes anime. He likes Marvel stuff. He likes DC stuff. So stuff like, and if it was zombie apocalypse, he'll know what to do. Whereas with the others, they'll be like, I don't know what to do. Where should we go? He will know.
He's got, the nerd knowledge.
He will know.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
she's got a mean spin. Who doesn't want to see Warren Banks run through a zombie and cut them in half with a spin?
Absolutely. I was going to actually. You mentioned the muscle. What about Remy? Remy's the muscle, right?
Yeah, he's injured.
Yeah, but like, if we're talking if someone's fully fit.
Yeah. But I don't know if Remy's into nerdism.
He's got the muscle, but does he have the mind for it?
There it is.
Yeah.
He can definitely come as part of the crew and give him one of them baseball bats, maybe two, so he can swing them around. Maybe an axe and a baseball bat, but I'm going to go with Warren Banks.
Nice, good choice. Well, that brings me into that feature, but nicely into what I want to talk about, which is the 8-7, obviously. Big up Warren, obviously, like, retiring. That was, like, again, heartbreaking, but, like, it's right time for him, and, you know, we're going to miss him hugely on the scene, but he's done a huge credit for British wrestling. And I was going to say with him, obviously, Big Wavy is hinting that this is going to be his last year in the ring. Where does the 8-7 go from here? If Big Wavy hangs up his boots, obviously Warren's retired. Like, what's the next journey for the 8-7?
Do you know what? That is the $10,000 question. That's the $1 million question. That is the question that will win all the prizes. We don't know. To be honest with you, it's literally that we don't know. We'll see what happens. But as far as the 8-7 goes, once Big Wavy's done, it will be me leading it.
Yeah.
So
you already lead it though, right? You're the leader, really. Like,
I mean, I didn't say it. I'm not the leader. I'm the face of the 8-7.
Right. You're the Shawn Michaels, and he's the Diesel.
Oh, Triple H. Diesel didn't last long.
No, that's true. Long. Sure, Trips. Yeah, withstood it a bit more.
At least Triple H levels, bro.
I was going to say though, like in terms of because obviously we'll get to yourself in a sec, but like in terms of Big Wavy and Warren, I feel like Warren sort of more so in the last couple of years, but like as members of the 8-7, as guys you've worked with really closely, I feel like they're two guys who, despite the levels of success they reached, are both and have both been so criminally underrated by the scene. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, even though Warren, I feel like got a really big push in some places and really made a name for himself, but I feel even then like he should have been given more. What are your thoughts on those two, and like just like what they brought to the scene?
That's a good question that I think I've definitely spoke about with at least Big Wavy before. I believe that they necessarily deserve more, because I don't think people deserve anything in life. You earn in life, and I think they both earn their flowers, so to speak. But yeah, that's the answer to that question. No, they've earned their flowers. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. Great guys, and like both brought so much. I mean, yeah, again, it'll be interesting to see where the 8-7 goes from here. Obviously, we know you'll be able to lead it well, but I'm very intrigued to see what the next progression is for you guys, because again, I feel like there's still that like fear factor for you guys when you walk in the ring. Like, I feel like you get that with the 8-7. I feel like there's
as
that.
There bloody well should be, mate.
South London's finest, right?
I will punch you in the face and twerk right on you. It's not a problem.
Well, I was going to say that in that case, let's we're not recruiting anyone yet. No, nothing's happening yet. But like, let's talk about like in terms of bringing someone into the 8-7. Anyone from the Brit Rest scene, the Brit Rest indie scene at the minute. You got your pick, right? Who would you want in the 8-7? Who do you look at and you're like they'd suit it well? They'd get it.
If it was the 8-7 under my rule, and I was ruling with an iron fist, good sir, I would put to you, sir. I would like GN1 from Hustle Wrestling.
Nice.
Get their asses in here. Boom. Who else would I take, you ask? I'll tell you right now. True Grit, Connor Mills. Thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that. Thank you. Who else would I take?
What about Sapphire Reed? Another South London girl.
No.
No?
No. Because I attacked Sapphire Reed and I frog splashed her and I told her I want her to challenge me for my title, and then she never came back. She never came back.
She not got it?
No, she never came back, but she had time to go and wrestle with everybody else, but she didn't want to come wrestle me. So Sapphire Reed can do one. How about that?
Yes.
As much as I love her, she can do one. So no, not Sapphire Reed. Jordan Saeed, I'll take him. Not for wrestling.
For the drip.
For the drip and for the social media posts, for the engagement. Thank you very much. I love a bit of that. I'm a businessman, you see. I'd get Warren Banks back, not wrestling. I'll get him to be like
business manager,
like Nick Fury. You just show up at some places with a big coat and an eye patch, not a bald head, so I'll cut his hair off. He put a lot into them dreads he's got, so let's not cut that off. I'll give you one more. I will take Ronnie Knox.
Oh yeah, again, so underrated, Ronnie. She's doing brilliant. Yeah.
I'll take Ronnie Knox. Yeah.
Yeah, the engineer of the 87. The engineer of the 87 has a good ring to it, to be fair.
Yeah, that'll be my 87, to be fair. Connor Mills, we've got GN1, we've got Ronnie Knox.
Love that. I love that. Yeah, great team. Well, now we know. If any of them are watching, want to be involved, hit up Roth, right?
Connor Mills will definitely watch. He loves me.
Yeah.
Ronnie Knox, she'll likely watch. We're cordial, we're friends. Apart from when I see her, they're always like, what? I'll beat you up. And GN1, they're the mini headset.
Yeah.
The better version. So I'm sure they'll watch. We've got love.
Love it. Well, I was going to say, before we get into our closing feature, I want to talk to you about UKPW because you mentioned it a couple of times. You had some great matches there. Again, Scotty Rourke, hate him, great rival though, great rival. I'm sure, like you mentioned, I'm sure you want that match with Safari, like if she eventually shows up and wants it, if she's willing to take it.
I want to see how radioactive she is.
But I mean, like, talk to me about UKPW. Again, another company that's shown huge faith in you. To carry that belt. How much fun has this title reign been for you?
It's been great, man. It's been a bit humbling, to be fair, because obviously I won the title back in 2021, I want to say. Towards the end of the year, and obviously it's 2024 now, and I've still got it. But when I won the title, I had a black beard, and now I've got a bit of a grey beard. It's crazy. I've literally aged with this title. So yeah, it's been a pleasure to hold it. It's been an honour to hold it. And there seems to be no signs of it going anywhere. Let me not lie to you. So the only thing I'd say is maybe it's time for a little bit of a change of a character with me. But that's based on me. That's not based on them.
Sure.
So
that'll
be it. But yeah, I do. Excuse me, I do love it there.
I was going to say, do you have any like sort of standout like title matches and stuff you've had? Because you've had a lot. But I was going to say like the last couple again, this feud you've had going with Scotty, I've really enjoyed. I thought that's been brilliant. Like, are there any particular favourites that you've had?
There's many. I had a street fight with Dow Jones when I originally had the title. When I originally lost it, I remember that street fight very well. I remember how the first time taking a kendo stick to the back. I know what that was like. What stupid? Whose idea was it to involve those in matches? What an idiot! Ow! A steel chair to the back. That was great. I remember that. Wow, that hurts also. So I remember that match. I do remember facing Johnny Storm. I remember facing James Mason. I remember facing JJ Gale, which is probably the biggest test I had. To be fair, Scotty Rourke, as you mentioned. Even Kira Chimera with the title. I
was going to say over AEW weekend, wasn't it? That was incredible because we had Kira on just before that, and I felt that match was like this was so before that match happened. But I said to her like, you had all these huge cards going off that weekend, like Rev Pro and Progress, and Eve had Choco Pro over and stuff, and I felt like again UKPW was going so under the radar because I was like that like you and her will be one of the matches of the weekend. Like I knew that off the bat seeing that match because I was like holy shit, like, and I told her I was devastated because I'd already bought my tickets to Eve Choco Pro because that match hadn't been announced at that point, and I was like if I'd known that match was on before I'd got those tickets I would have been at UKPW because like mate that match I knew it was going to be a banger. It ended up like it was a banger, like, and again like
match was there was this one point in the match I'll never forget it, where she was standing across from me. And then as she walked up, she ran over to me. I jumped in the air as high as I could and drop kicked her. Boom! Right on her forehead. Oh, what a moment.
Mate, it was a great match. It was a fantastic match. I was going to say, like, again, you don't see it a lot, especially like in indie promotions where you get that like man versus woman, like both champions going head to head. And that's what I thought that was so special.
I like the, I don't want to say gimmick, but I like the idea, the concept of the women's title holder and the men's title holder faced off against each other to see who the better champion was. I really like that concept. I'd love to see Roman Reigns and do that with Io Shirai.
Oh no, Rhea! You want it Rhea Ripley? Rhea versus Roman would be epic, wouldn't it?
Right there.
Right there, mate. Even over here, there's some great like men's champions, women's champions matches that could be had.
How about Ilya Dragunov versus Rhea Ripley?
Yes. Oh my god! Like, yeah, there's some epic matches that could be had. Like,
yeah, absolutely, bro.
Would love it.
There's a whole world of matches. If it was more acceptable to society or whatever you want to call it, that if you could have intergender matches, there's so many more options.
And when it does happen, and when those matches inevitably do happen, they'll look back on this moment on this podcast with us discussing this match, you and Kira, being like, that was the moment that
this was the catalyst right here. That meant we did it. Me and you did this together.
Absolutely, and Kira as well, because she was part of it. And Kira as well. Kira as well. But we don't talk about her because then she brought Scotty in and turned all heel and.
Yeah, my nuts are still somewhere up above my ribcage, so.
Brilliant. Well, no, again, you've had a great run there. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you in UKPW.
Appreciate it.
I was going to say we're going to move on to our closing feature here, and this is getting you to know you out the ring. This isn't about Roth in the ring anymore because this is called Anatomy of a Pro Wrestler. So it's basically like what makes you you sort of thing. So again, I'm going to list you some questions, almost quick fire style, and you let me know what comes to mind.
Okay.
So the first one is, what is your favourite post-pinfall pig out?
It has to be an American-style cheeseburger, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can't really beat it, can you?
All the trimmings, like fries, onion rings, stuff like that, or?
No. The fries, yeah. The onion rings, not so much. Fried onions, yeah, absolutely.
On the burger, yeah.
Give me a cheeseburger, mate. I'm good.
Nice.
I'm usually good.
Nice. Are we talking like chain, or are we talking like a proper cheeseburger?
No, I'm from South London, mate. I know what bottom of the barrel tastes like, so it really doesn't matter. As long as it's actual beef, then we're good.
Then it's all right. All right. Nice. Is there like a best burger in like South London that you know, like that you like? That's always your go-to.
Because do you know what it feels like? It feels like every time I have a burger, I'm always like, that's the best burger I've ever eaten. So.
Is that all of them?
I've definitely said that at least 5 times. Like, that's literally the best burger I've ever eaten in my life, and it's 5 different places. So. I'm gonna give no one no stock.
Sure.
I'm not having it.
Well, the next one is sort of slightly similar. It might be the same answer because it's the classic, like, what would your death row last meal be?
Be lasagna.
Nice.
It's my favourite meal, but I can't have it because I'm lactose intolerant, right? But if this is my last meal, I'm going to have all the cheeses there is. So you best believe I'm going to have mac and cheese, lasagna, bloody Cathedral City block, stick it on my nose, not a problem.
Nice.
A gallon of milk, yep, it's right, doesn't matter, I'm going to die anyway.
Yeah, so. You can leave them with the mess to clear up.
All the dairy products, bro. And let's end that with a big bowl of Frosties, full fat milk.
Nice, love it.
Love it.
That's a great choice, actually. That's a really good meal.
Cereal always goes off, mate, every time.
Love that. Well, we mentioned earlier the music that you're not so into, but this one is the song that gets you the most hyped.
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now, can I give you a few options?
Yeah, of course.
I've got The Devil and I by Slipknot.
Slipknot, yeah. Great song.
They came in my shuffle once and I was like, I'm lifting all these weights now. I was in the gym at the time. The Devil and I by Slipknot. I will take Selfish by Justin Timberlake.
No, very different. Very different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I have sessions in the gym like just R&B, just all slow music because it's not like it's too slow. I can't lift. I can lift. It's fine. I just like to chill out vibes of it.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll take Selfish by Justin Timberlake, and I will take a song. I can't remember what it's called. I think The Weeknd might sing it.
Oh, see, I couldn't help you there. I don't know The Weeknd.
I can't remember what it's called. All right, I'll give you another one. There's a freestyle by Skepta he did about 10 years ago. It's a Westwood freestyle. I play that in the gym all the time. It's about 9 minutes long.
Nice.
I usually do my cardio to it because it's 9 minutes and it's 5 minutes. Like, so it's like, yeah, so I'll take that one.
Nice.
The Westwood freestyle by Skepta, however long that was. There's a few of them, so it's one of them.
Nice. Love it. 3 very similar songs there.
If you want me to go like proper out there, bro, I'll tell you the Lion King 2 soundtrack. I play that.
Lion King 2 is out there. Lion King I get. Lion King 2 is a deep cut. That's like...
That soundtrack is...
That was a straight-to-video film as well. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. Lion King 1 and 2, great films. But, like, that's a deep...
Touch the soundtrack, bro.
That's a deep cut.
Touch the soundtrack. That soundtrack is untouchable.
Love it.
So
no, great choice. I'm not going to argue with that. The next one is... actually, we mentioned Lion King because it's the movie that I'd show the locker room.
I would show the locker room.
Please don't say Lion King 2.
Have you seen Backdoor Invaders 3? But I'll tell you something, don't watch it. It's not a good time.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound like...
It's not about gardening. Let me tell you that, right? I'll go with... What have I watched recently? I was like, I really enjoyed that. Not a movie, but a series. What If?
Nice.
What If?
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Pick an episode, doesn't matter what episode. We'll watch one of those. Because then we ain't got to sit there for 3.5 hours. It's literally 20 minutes and we can go about it.
Well, unless you start with the first episode and everyone's so hooked, they're like, nah, we're watching it all. And
even then, it's only going to last the amount of time as a normal film, so it's all good.
Love it. The next one's a bit of a throwback because it's your first job.
My first job, telesales.
Nice. Classic, right?
Yeah, Zenith Windows. Hello, have you got any double glazing? No, well, I'll tell you what I can do for you. I can give you all the double glazing that you... Oh, okay.
Did you put that voice on as well? Did you do that
No,
voice?
bloody no. I was like, yeah, hello, anybody need some double bloody glazing? No, that was me. But I don't really remember, to be fair. I was there for a week, bro. I think I did that. Was there for a week, sold nothing. Because, of course not, it's double fucking glazing. You buy that. And I think I went into retail, and I was in retail for a good 10 years.
Nice. The classic,
I think,
yeah.
Do you remember the Madhouse clothes shop?
No.
Well, I worked in there. It was called Madhouse. It was like a, I don't know, like a miscellaneous shop. They had everything, a mix of everything. It was only clothing, but it was just men's, women's, all the clothes, jackets, everything. But there was basically I worked there. That was my proper first job.
Yeah, and that's more hectic though, isn't it? I feel like, again, we've had a few people say retail. I'm like, that's the job that like prepares you for life in the ring, right? Because it's just so chaotic. You're like,
yeah, especially around lunchtime when everyone comes in on their lunch breaks.
No, I get it. The next one gets a little deep because it's your greatest fear.
I'm claustrophobic.
Are you? Okay.
So, have you heard of the Nutty Putty cave incident?
No, I don't think I have.
Right, I'm sure there's a few people that if they listen to this and they heard me say Nutty Putty, they were like, because it's basically a guy that ended up in a cave and long story short, he got stuck in a cave and they couldn't get him out and he ended up dying in there. And
I might have seen it. Yeah, I've seen like a few clips or something and stuff on like social media and stuff.
There's a film about it. It's pretty. I don't want to say like popular because it's not really that. It's not like a nice thing to like celebrate. You know what I mean? But the information is all out there, bro. But that kind of thing there, I don't like.
Oh, I get you on that. Like I've seen those videos, like people like caving and stuff, and like the water's like a bit. I'm like, oh no, why would you do that?
No.
Like, no.
There's jumping out of a plane and doing bungee jumping. I can understand because it literally elevates your heart instantly, adrenaline rush. But I don't know for the life of me, I cannot understand why you wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Doing this through a cave. Why?
Yeah, madness, right? Madness.
What are you doing? What are you trying to discover? There's no gold.
Yeah.
There's no treasure. There's just darkness and despair.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm with you on that. The next one lifts things back up again because it's your favourite animal.
It is as obvious as you think it's gonna be.
Okay.
It is a wolf.
Yeah. I was gonna say wolf was like the obvious answer for like Roth in the ring. I was wondering if it was different from like, but no. Like you said earlier, because like there's not that much blend between yourself and the character.
Not really. I was a wolf in real life before I decided to be a wolf as part of my character. That's what made it easier. I was like, well, I kind of doing the whole wolf thing already. Cause I was doing music before and I had a song called Night Wolf and stuff. And I was just like, a lot of my personality is not based on what wolves do. It's just I just feel like I'm very wolf-like in my personality-wise, in my demeanor, my energy, and then that's what I brought into wrestling. So it's wolf. But if it wasn't wolf, it would be a cat.
Nice. No, I love it. And again, like the wolf is totally you in the ring. Like you totally get that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to say you sell it because like you say it's like it's personality and character, but like the way you portray it is fab. Like like those instincts sort of like that you show off in the ring, I think is like amazing. And you got it right there.
Right, bro.
Always there.
In the bed, right next to the bed, where I like it.
I was going to say that sort of thing that like if you had no context, it'd be terrifying waking up to see that, wouldn't it? Like.
Yeah, my daughter loved that much.
Yeah. Love it. The next one is it's the only wrestling one on the list. It's your favourite match stipulation.
TLC.
Nice. Is that to be in or to watch or both?
Am I? Yeah. I had to think about it just double check my brain. Is that the one you landed on? It is the one I landed on. It's definitely TLC because you've got options. I've only been in one or two, maybe two. I can't remember if it's one or two. I've definitely been in one because that's the one where I defended the UKPW championship in tables, ladders, and scares, which is tables, ladders, and chairs.
What?
I know, right?
Didn't
Crazy.
get that.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you could deduce that, you're Sherlock Holmes, basically.
Yeah. Subtle. It was a subtle hint.
I'll say TLC, but yeah, watching, yeah, absolutely, and doing and being a part of, yeah.
Nice. Love it. Only a couple more. The next one's your favourite place in the world.
Home.
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
Front room, couch, front of my telly.
Nice.
Netflix, Prime, Amazon, same thing. Now TV, Apple TV, PS5 on, any of those options, I'm happy, bro.
Love it. Chill. Nice. I like it. And then on the opposite end, the next one, the final one is
I'm
your...
so sheltered. I haven't been anywhere to know anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? I need to go somewhere. Then I'll know.
Well, there you go, because the last one is your dream holiday destination.
Somewhere warm, where I was gonna say something like where you go to a resort and it's what do you call it?
All inclusive sort of thing.
That's the one. But I'd rather have a villa that's all inclusive.
Nice.
So I ain't gotta be bothered, or I ain't gotta be in a queue to get a bloody sausage in the morning.
Yeah.
Just want to eat my sausage.
Like private cook, go out to the pool, like.
Yes, that'd be great. But that's like high luxury living. I'd be happy with a resort, mate, and they're all inclusive. To be honest with you, somewhere like Barbados.
Nice, somewhere warm,
nice and warm.
Yeah, love it. Well,
that brings anywhere in the world. As long as it's warm, I'm happy. To be fair.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you a chill guy holiday wise. Huh?
Not Australia.
No, like spiders and shit. No, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get attacked by a damn kangaroo.
Nah, fuck that. Yeah, I was gonna say,
fine. I also heard the heat out there is like a different kind of heat.
Yeah.
Like heat is like too much heat. I don't want that.
Terrifying out there. That brings us nicely to the end of the feature, nearly to the end of the podcast as well, because we only got a couple more closing things.
No worries.
The last like proper question I have for you is not actually my own question. It's left by someone else, because we have a tradition on the podcast where our last guest leaves a question for our next guest.
I like that then.
So
paying it forward.
Yeah, exactly. And you always get something a little interesting. We've had some weird questions. I tell you what, we've had some really weird questions.
You've had Jordan Said on. I know you have.
Yeah, but I don't know if we were doing that feature when he was on. I might have to go back.
I'm telling you right now, if you. Yeah, anyway.
He wasn't. I'll tell you what. He wasn't the weirdest one. I can guarantee you that if he was, I know the two weirdest that stick in my head automatically. But I'll tell you after we stop recording. But the two that are the weirdest are the ones I couldn't actually ask. That's how bad they were. So the one that you've been left is, and I always do it out of context, so you don't know who's left it. Right. So the question that you've been left is So if you could have yourself a celebrity wrestling crossover match, who would you want it to be against? Pick anyone in the world.
That's a really good question, you know. Wow. Celebrity crossover match. You're coming into my house to wrestle Alexander Roth for one of his 7 titles, I guess. Give me... I need someone I know I could win.
Yeah, you don't want to get humiliated in the celeb match. That'd be...
No, but then I want someone... I want it to be someone legit, so when I do win, they're like, yeah. Give me Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm going to take down Creed.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because close punches are illegal in wrestling, so...
You got no chance. All his training's wrong.
That's it, it's all messed up. Not Tom Hardy from Warrior. No, forget that. That's a stupid idea. Not Tony Jaa or bloody... What's my man's name? What's the guy's name? All the martial artists, basically. Not Donnie Yen, none of them. But give me Michael B. Jordan. Or Michael B. Jordan's stuntman.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. I was going to ask you actually, because you mentioned all the belts you got. We've spoken about a lot of them in this show, and we mentioned the crossover match, like you and Kira as well. And it just got me thinking as well, thinking about the amount of belts you got. I think we need to have the crossover match that I would assume in British wrestling at least would be the most belts in one match ever, which would be you versus Nina Samuels. Which I think would be like 15 belts all on the line, like something like that, right? She's got 8,
right.
And you've got like what, 5, 6?
I've got 7. I had 8, but I lost one in January.
There you go. That's 15 belts. Has anyone ever had 15 belts up against each other in one match?
I don't think so. That's such a great idea, and I know I'd win because she didn't bring any cakes. We talked about this because I've got animosity towards this lack of cakes now. So I'm gonna go into the match and.
You got the mental anger there already. Like
I've got 7 titles there to pick about hitting her in the head with. I'll find some way to distract the ref. Maybe I'll get a kick from Greg's. And I say, oh, look, ref, there's a kick from Greg's. Go and catch that.
Oh, it's way better than Nina's. Oh, yeah.
Crack her in the head and then cover her for the 1, 2, 3. And I walk out of 75 titles, or how many titles it is? Was it 15?
Yeah, mate. You're going to have room for all those titles. That'd be great. Anyone, especially, like, again, somewhere you both wrestle. UKPW, let's get it booked. If anyone from UKPW is watching, you can get this
booked. Best believe it, I'm not going to be the one carrying them around, because carrying around one in itself is hard enough as it bloody is.
Mate, you got Big Wavy. You can carry him around for you. He's got the muscle.
Yeah, he's got to carry the Pro Wrestling East ones. If you've got the Pro Wrestling East ones, they're literally about £25 each.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah, they're solid.
I have never considered what the heaviest belt in wrestling is, but now I'm intrigued.
Pro Wrestling East Tag Team Championships. They are insane.
Are they?
They're gorgeous. They're so pretty. They look so good. They look so expensive. And let me tell you something, they feel expensive.
Yeah, carrying them to the ring, they're like, oh, fucking hell.
Yes, mate, I'm blowing up before I even get in the damn ring.
Love it. Amazing, amazing. Well, Alexander Roth, thank you so much for coming on the Grapple Theory podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you very much for having me.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much.
It's been a long time coming as well, hasn't it?
It has, and glad we finally got it done as well. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We always end each podcast by giving our guest one final bit of promo time. So whether it's at East or at SovPro or at Sacrifice or at UKPW or anywhere else in the country, if someone sees yourself and Big Wavy on a show card or promoting a show on social media that's near them, if they're coming to check you out, why is Alexander Roth and potentially Big Wavy with him going to steal the show?
I'll tell you right now, brother, Alexander Roth is the best wrestler in the UK and every place there is in the world. It doesn't matter where you go, if it's Woolworths, if it's Greg's, if it's B&M. It doesn't matter where you are. I am the BEST. I am the E. I can't use the EST, can I? No. All right. I'm good. All right. I'm just really good. All right. Don't worry about the glasses. I don't know why I did that. I'm just showing off because I'm on a podcast. But I'm really good at wrestling, and I really enjoy it. I have 7 titles because promoters believe in me, so believe in them.
Love that.
And I'll see you at the next show.